Hey! So recently I've been watching some films on YouTube about a little group of guys that were skippers on my favorite ride ever.
The Jungle Cruise.
No. Similar.
Very, very similar.
In fact, it's like damn near the same thing.
Yeah.
The Jaws ride.
You're gonna need a bigger goddamn boat.
Stone Cold's here.
He just hangs out in the back sometimes.
Sometimes he does.
More than
At
all
the
the time.
gorilla position.
So
That's King Kong.
Anywho.
Shut up.
Anywho, the Jaws ride, I've probably talked a little bit about this in my previous film, which you can check out on the link. Basically what this ride is, it's a water ride. You're in a boat, you're in a track, and basically this is one of the only rides at Universal that uses, because this ride's closed now, because of Harry Potter.
What?
Exactly.
What?
Anywho.
Harry, what?
Potter.
What?
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 We're not turning it into this.
Please no.
Anyway, so this was one of the only rides that actually had a person that would be in the boat with you. It would be a narrator. It would be a skipper. This skipper would be, that you get on the boat and they're like, "Hey, welcome to..." What the hell is the name of the place again?
Are you kidding me?
I can't remember. It's going to come to me when I see
it.
It's in Maine.
Since we're talking about skippers, Ben's gonna hate me for this.
I believe it's I'm not gonna say Captain Jake's Boat Tours.
Captain Jake's Boat Tours.
Yes.
Amity. Amity's the name of the place.
It's definitely Amity.
It's
That's the
Amity.
location in the old Universal Park.
So there are skippers that ride the boat with you?
Yeah, there's skippers that ride the boat with
He
you.
drives the boat.
And what happens is this. You're on the boat, and they're like, "Welcome to Amity. Like, we're just going to take a boat tour today because we're bored." And,
Pretty much.
Yeah. And they're like, "Yeah, did you guys ever see the movie Jaws?" And everyone goes, "Yay!" And then it's like, "Yeah, we haven't had a shark sighting in X amount of years," whatever years it was since the film. So, then you see a boat that's done overturned.
Is it a real shark?
No, it's not a real shark. Anywho.
If you think that's bad,
the script's up there.
if you think that's bad, you're gonna hate me for this since you said skippers. With Gilligan, the skipper too.
The millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Marianne, here on Gilligan's Island.
But there wasn't a ginormous bloodthirsty shark following Gilligan's Island.
No.
There could have been.
Well,
Not
actually,
in that ocean, maybe not.
I think there was one episode. I'd check. Anywho,
I believe there is.
we're not talking about Gilligan's Island.
I love how we wait into that.
No, we're talking
We're
about.
talking about a ride that no longer exists because of J.K. Rowling.
It's the only part in the park that actually would have fit that area, though. They need all that giant space for Diagon Alley.
She needed to be mugged and stabbed in 1996. So, to continue, okay, you're on the ride and the skipper, talking about Jaws. Talking about Amity, how nothing has happened there in X amount of years. But they have a grenade launcher just in case there's a shark. And what you see if there's a boat done overturned. And then you see a shark fin and you're like, "Oh shit, there's a shark here." So you race into this little boat place and the Jaws done breaks through the boat house and attacks the boat that you're on. And then you go out and then a fire blows up and then, there's this place where there's like an electric wire, apparently, in the water, which is super smart. And Jaws done eats the cable, and Jaws done blows up.
Yeah.
So, that's it. I can't explain it any faster than that.
That was the most disjointed representation of the Jaws ride I've ever heard in my life.
That was a great way.
How many encounters are there? There's one before you get to the boathouse.
Yeah.
There's one in the boathouse, and there's one right before he done blows up.
Yes, he done blows up.
Well, then you get to see Jaws done blown up because he's all bojangled at the end.
I just love how Ben got to that. That's it.
That's the ride.
That's it.
But the skipper on the ride has a set script that he or she follows, and we're actually looking at it right now. Okay, the skippers that I've been watching on YouTube, and God bless them for it, did a lot of improvisation to this script. Because the script's there, it's there for a purpose, it's there for an outline. It's
an outline.
A script is just a blueprint.
And apparently Universal cracked down not on these people. At least I don't think so. But they're like, you say the script verbatim each time you do the trip.
There was not much room for improvisation for the longest time. I agree with that.
But thank God these kids did you have to watch the video. There's a video called How Not to Do the Jaws Ride, and there's also a video called called Boat, 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 Break, in which the skippers, apparently when you do the Jaws Ride, or when the Jaws Ride existed.
Sad Panda.
Because it doesn't anymore. And this is where
in Orlando it doesn't, but in Hollywood it's still there.
Hollywood is still there, but it's much different in Hollywood.
And this is where we put the Jaws Ride.
If I had one!
It's part of the studio tour.
Yeah, but it's different because there's no skipper.
No.
So, what the Jaws employees would do, you would do the front line for a while, and you would say hi to people, hey, welcome to the Amity, blah blah blah, and then you'd work the queue for a while, make sure people weren't jumping the line and stuff.
Yes.
Then
a big problem at Universal.
Oh well, I wasn't aware of that. I've only been there 5 times.
Line jumping is a huge problem at Universal.
Cedar Point is too.
Yes.
Big. I won't get to Cedar Point right now. Then you work at, time loading people onto the boats, and then you work time actually doing the tour. If you're reading the script verbatim, you're saying the same things every 5 to 7 minutes, depending on over and over again.
And over again.
Yeah. And this parallels to my life, here's the skippers, here's me. I do something that's very similar to this at the place I work.
Over
and over and over. It's not that I don't like it, but it's very bam, 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 over and over and over again. It makes me money, but life goes on without me. So...
Thank you, Diamond Dave.
Thank you for actually getting that.
Not a problem.
So I guess because these videos were filmed and uploaded recently as of last year. I think once they kind of realized that Jaws wasn't going to be there anymore, it turned into Bedlam. Which
it was fun.
It was. I wish I could have ridden it the last couple times, especially the last trip.
The last trip is on YouTube.
The last trip's on YouTube. It's at night. I'm bummed.
Everyone in the boat knows the script verbatim, word for word, legit. And everyone's saying along with them like it's Rocky Horror.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's such this weird cult following, and yeah, the people that are like me, the people that are following this and that are super intent on it, there's maybe 1 or 2 dudes in your town that are super crazy about a ride, but as someone that grew up in the high schools and grew up in the high schools, Jesus.
You a janitor?
Yes, I did.
Sweet. You got the mustache.
Yes, I do now.
You're a janitor like Zebo?
Like Zebo.
Oh, yes. Zebo. You have the mustache. You're Zeke the plumber, actually, right now.
Yeah, or Endless Mike, when Endless Mike grows up.
Endless Mike, for
Endless
sure.
Mike Hellstrom? I can't... Hellstrom, maybe.
It is Hellstrom, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, we're gonna look it up. But, I grew up being a thespian. Hellstrom, okay.
You're right.
I grew up in, very small town as a thespian. In school, that's all we did was improv. That's all we did. Everything we did, even if we had a script, they're make it better. That's boring as hell. And we made it better by adding your own flavor to it. And that's what I love about these skippers. Now, some of the stuff they do, I'm sure Universal would just shit their pants over. Swimming in the water. Probably shouldn't do that. A few of them mention the fact how you can run across the little center island.
Yeah.
they mentioned that. They mentioned some other stuff on there. Nothing too, like... again, this is coming from a very unethical person. Richard Nixon is my idol.
That's an understatement.
Yes, it is. So, basically what I'm trying to get to with this is that this was something that there's nothing like this now. There are, the Jungle Cruise.
And the Jungle Cruise has the same handcuffs that Jaws did back in the day, because if you're a skip on the Jungle Cruise, you have to say the same tired jokes over and over again. It's like the Weird Al song Skip or Dan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's how it works.
I figured Disney's a lot more strict about it because there's so many children there.
But the funny thing about that is when the boats get backed up.
Oh,
that's when
it turns into bedlam.
That's when the improv comes out.
Good.
And it's also called shooting on your fellow skip. Okay. It's like, if you love this ride, my name is John. If you don't like this ride, my name is Tim. And over in Tomorrowland. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. Tim must have made John mad. So there you go.
Well, see, in the boat break video, basically what they're doing is, instead of doing all of the different jobs like during one day, they're like, no, screw it, we're going hardcore, we're doing the boat all day. So again, they're saying the exact same things over and over and over again, and they're doing with it. And the thing about Jaws is, it's not the most mechanically sound ride.
It broke down a lot.
Yeah, it broke down a lot because you got to understand. There's how many Jaws? There's First Encounter. There's the Boathouse Jaws. There's Jaws before you get electrocuted. There's Dead Jaws.
And at least one of those audio animatronics is not going to work all the time.
Yeah, and it's just like Jurassic Park. It's just like any other ride where there's animatronics. Hello, John.
Expedition Everest, which Disco Yeti is as such.
Disco Yeti!
Because he does not move. He's still stuck in... Yeah, exactly. He's stuck. He can't go anywhere.
Clever girl.
Disco Yeti is stuck? They can't fix him?
Disco Yeti cannot be fixed. He is the multi-million-dollar mistake. Which is sad, because they put strobe lights on. That's why we call him Disco Yeti.
Disco Yeti!
Clever girl.
Not now.
Yeah,
I'll do Jurassic Park later. The T-Rex does this.
I'm a motherfucking T-Rex!
I didn't say it.
No, you didn't.
Anywho, so,
See, that's the advantage Jungle Cruise has. With the way the audio animatronics are done at the Jungle Cruise versus you have all the sharks and Jaws, it's a lot harder for those all those audio animatronics to break down. If one thing is not working, like if the rhino's not working when they're trying to go up the totem pole and everything, or if that's not working, or if the elephants aren't working, it doesn't really take away because you have a script. You can go away. You can deviate from the script.
If Jaws doesn't come up and attack the boat 2 out of the 3 times, people are going to be like, where the hell's Jaws at? Is Jaws sick?
Jaws is shy.
I'm worried for Jaws. Oh, Jaws is dead now.
There's not enough chum in the water for him, I guess.
No. I would release a live Komodo dragon on the boat to spice things up a bit. But that's just me. Universal, don't hire me. I'm actually applying for a marketing position. This guy right here. I'm not kidding. Please hire me. So, in a nutshell, I'm rambling. Because I'm a lunatic. But I miss this ride.
Yeah, exactly.
I miss this ride. I'm kidding about Harry Potter. Like, I have a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth because
everyone does.
It took away one of my favorite rides. This ride was old. This ride, I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of upkeep to this ride. I'm sure it costed probably close to $500,000 a year in upkeep. I'm sure payroll costs, everything. I
mean, it's one of the last. It was one of the last surviving rides left that was
besides E.T.
And E.T. is the only one that is left now.
And E.T.'s a joke, in my opinion.
It's okay. It's got an interesting cue line.
Well,
it's ice cold in there sometimes. It's awesome. I love the air conditioning in E.T.
Back to the Future.
E.T. phone home.
E.T. say your name as long as it's on the computer.
E.T. drank beer once.
Yeah.
Oh, Steven Spielberg. You took away guns from people. You did that once. I remember. I saw it.
And then walkie-talkies instead of guns. It was very strange when they did the
I was there, Steven Spielberg, but I'm not going to knock you for this because you did a good job. So, watch the movie if you've never seen it. It's really not super terrifying. There's some great one-liners in it,
Yes.
especially when the sheriff is chumming the waters, and then Josh just pops up and goes away. Whoo! That scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. So, I just miss it. I'm looking at the script right now, and
you can remember it.
yeah, I remember riding this ride a lot.
Did you have a good skip?
Yeah, I normally had a good skipper. I had the female skippers were good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the female skippers did. I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, or like try to compare genders, but I think everyone did really well. Yeah. I don't ever remember having a skipper. I'm like, damn, that was a bad ride. But I remember like the few skippers that were just again doing improv. This was like, I don't know. When was the last time I was there? This is a while back. I remember the skippers doing improv. I remember them, not taking it as seriously as they could, and I remember loving it. Especially the grenade launchers, like, we're out of bullets! And of course, you're not firing bullets, you're firing grenade shells. And of course, the grenade launcher doesn't work, it's fake. Damn it. So, man, I miss it, I miss the ride, I miss the queue. The queue was fun.
He was awesome.
There was like, just kind of like confrontation. There was like a TV.
There were the queue with a ride video with see Glorious Amity and here's the weather report. And,
and
it was awesome. It was like a news channel.
Yeah, exactly. Just like confrontation, except they would tell you something's wrong when you wrote confrontation. I won't get into that now. Definitely not my favorite ride.
We'll see what happens with when Disaster closes next year, if that rumor's correct.
Yeah, well, because King Kong might be coming back.
Rumor has it King Kong is going to be taking over for
and Peter
Disaster.
Jackson's going to build the ride. No,
actually he's not.
I know he's not, and you better not. Don't.
I am curious about Kong 360 at Hollywood, though. I'm looking forward to going.
I've seen the video. It looks cool.
Yeah.
There's a T-Rex, so
of course there is,
I'm
and he
down.
fights with King Kong. And it's going to be amazing.
One of these days I'll do a Jurassic Park. It's still open, so you can ride that.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Jurassic Park Midway Games, actually, they started labeling off where they're going to be in the Jurassic Park area in Ireland, so that's going to be coming very soon.
Yeah.
The Midway Games coming over from Lost Continent.
The animatronics on the Jaws ride are very superb.
Yeah.
Granted, the ride was built 98.
Oh, it's way before that.
No, when was that Jurassic Park?
It soft opened in May of 1990, and...
No, I'm talking about Jurassic Park ride.
Oh, Jurassic...
No, Jaws opened, way before that.
Yeah, 1990.
Yeah.
90.
I'm talking about the one in Orlando, not Hollywood. The Hollywood T-Rex is not as cool. It's on a totally different system, it seems. River Adventure. The ride.
Where are we? Oh, it doesn't say when it opened.
It was later in the 90s.
Well, hold on. Boom!
1996.
June 21st, 1996. 3 years after the movie's release.
June 21st, 96. I'm not doing a Misfits song.
Stick Stickly?
No, that Glenn Danzig. Misfits might be getting back together. I'll do a video on that later.
Interesting.
With Glenn Danzig, which that was never supposed to happen.
Apparently, Chester Bennington is actually touring with Stone Temple Pilots now.
Might have to see that.
They're going to be at House of Blues the night before I go home this year. So, House of Blues in Orlando on September 18th. Stone Temple Pilots with Chester Bennington.
Steven Spielberg and Jeff Goldblum lit? I think that's supposed to say lit. The fires of the Jurassic Park gate in front of the attraction. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm rambling now. I'm talking about other crap. So, if you dig this, if you dig all my insanity, there's some guy that apparently likes this, so keep watching. Apparently, get me a marketing job if you know him. Follow me on Twitter at BenjaFett, Benjafett.
He does accept people. He does accept people now.
Yes, I do. It's my telephone tells me now when people want me to accept them on Twitter. I have no more words.
Including owner said.
Yeah, exactly. The owner of the channel. I just done accepted him. So you all have a lovely evening, day, or whatever you're